Well, it's morning again. I'm just getting up. It's 6:31. I just took the dog walking. I think I'm gonna go out there and do a little exercise. Um, Last week I was talking about something, and I just want to elaborate on. I said thoughts are things, and things are thoughts. And I got to thinking about that because every day we fight little battles. Every day we fight little wars. We fight little wars every day. Every day we fight little wars in life. And a lot of times in life, when we fight these little wars, we let these little wars throw us, these little wars that we throw us out of our game plan. So if thoughts are things, and the Bible lets us know, though a man thinketh, so is he, I am what I think. And I'm gonna give you a little story. Probably in 2012, I can't remember the time. I was we were walking in Afghanistan in the Chalk Valley, and it was a good day to go walking. So I'm like, hey, I said to my lieutenant, I was the platoon sergeant. I said, hey, I'm gonna get out of the truck and I'm gonna walk today, because we usually walk every other day, but I wasn't feeling too good a couple of days before, and I said, I'm gonna go walk. So I get out of the truck. I'm in Afghanistan. I'm in the Chalk Valley. Nice day, nice sunny day. Not too hot, not too cold. I had walked in the Chalk Valley probably a couple of times. They said it was a dangerous area, but guess what? Because we had been there a little bit, I think the enemy was taking time to set up on us. So they took a couple of weeks to kind of fill us out before they decided to do anything. And that goes to say, first of all, if thoughts are things, and though a man thinketh, so is he, the first thing I have to do, I have to really clearly define my goal and what's the enemy stopping me to getting to that goal. Some people say they want to be rich, but they don't want to work. Some people say, I want to lose weight, but you're not willing to get up in the morning and go to the gym. Some people want to have a good marriage, right? But you don't understand that's like some of the biggest work you can have, having a marriage, making a marriage work. But going back to the story, I was in the Chalk Valley, walking, nothing was going on, and all of a sudden, guess what? We get hit with probably like 4 PKMs, medium range machine guns. And here I'm in the middle of it, and I'm thinking, hey, man, this might be it. I might not make it. Somebody might get killed out here, including me. And right at that moment, when I said in my mind, this might be it, I think I might get killed, I had to grab that thought. Listen to what I'm saying. Every time a negative thought comes, whether you're in the situation, going into the situation, or coming out of the situation, I was in a firefight, and the bullets were flying everywhere. And I'm pretty sure some of the people that's watching this video, understand what I'm talking about. I was in a serious firefight in Chalk Valley, and in my mind, I start to think that, guess what? We might die, or I might die. But during that time, I grabbed that thought. So what you have to do when you have negative thoughts, you have to grab the negative thoughts and capture the negative thoughts and put them away. And once I started to grab that thought that I was going to die, or one of my soldiers was going to die, I grabbed that thought and I put that thought away, and I start thinking, okay, what can you do? And I remember shouting out to an individual. I'm not going to name his name. I'm like, hey, look, we can't stay here or we're not going to make it. And right at that moment, my subconscious mind started to formulate a plan to fight back. I mean, the bullets they were flying really, really fast, really, really hard. It was almost like surreal, because I was like you were in a movie, because like the bullets were hitting the ground and the dirt from the bullets hitting the ground was flying up on my face. And I put my head down on the ground like this, and I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do. And at that moment, I grabbed that thought, I'm going to die, and I put it in my pocket. So what I did is I got up And I'm like, hey, we get ready to move in like 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Y'all got 3 seconds. So I hollered down the line, get ready, get ready, get ready. We get ready, fire back. And I jumped up and I seen where the fire was coming from. I had soldiers on the other side of the road firing into the enemy, and we were on the hill, but they were raking us. And I think I fired a couple of shots, but then my mind, subconscious mind, how you doing, Mr. Johnson? Mr. Johnson might have been out there with me that day. And I got the idea to fire 2 parachute flares so my soldiers could see where the fire at. I'm in the Chalk Valley. I'm getting attacked. In my mind, I'm going to die. In my mind, some of my soldiers are going to die. I grab that thought. I put it in my pocket. I get up. I start firing, and I fire 2 parachute flares to create a boundary in which the trucks that were in the convoy and the soldiers could fire through. So I'm like, hey, fire between these 2 flares. Needless to say, everybody fired between the 2 lines. We got where we were at a disadvantage. We're now at an advantage because I'm able to concentrate all of my fire in the convoy between these 2 parachute flares that I shot. And now we have the advantage now. Long story short, nobody gets killed. But how do we apply that to real life? Like I said, life is full of little battles that we fight every day. It might just be getting up in the morning and walking the dog. My battle I'm fighting right now, in about an hour and a half, I'm getting ready to go to a mastermind real estate class, and I'm learning how to start my real estate business here after I got my real estate license like a month ago. So I have to come in with the right mindset, because sometimes you can come in with the wrong mindset thinking you know everything, nobody can teach you nothing. And here's the thing, I'm going to learn this morning. And that's very hard for me to do. Listen to people teach me something, because sometimes I think I know it all. I said all that to say this. Your mind is where you fight the battle. The battle is never fought in a physical manner. It's always fought in a mental, spiritual manner. So when you go through these little small battles in life, learn how to fight them in your mind. A lot of people in jail because they didn't fight the battle with their mind. Somebody said something to you, and all of a sudden you went off the rails, and all of a sudden, guess what? You're putting handcuffs on. Your mind with your finances. Guess what? A lot of we really don't need all the stuff that we buy. Oh, I like those new Jordans. Oh, I like those new shoes. Hey, how much are they? They're $300. So you buy a pair of $300 Jordans and don't pay your light bill, and then you wonder why you sit in the dark. Reminds me of something in Belly. Shorty can't eat no books, dog. You understand what I'm saying? But here's the thing. In that movie, when he says Shorty can't eat no books, that is a lie. Because guess what? Because we don't go to the library, because we don't pick up books, guess what happens? You can eat books if you get the right ad. Hey, JB, what's going on? That's my man right there. You can eat books if you go to school and study. You can eat books if you go and get an education. You can eat books. You understand? And that's our problem. Guess what? We the most innovative people in the world. And guess what? We won't read. If you go to a Jewish household, all you're going to see in a Jewish household is books. And I'm going to tell you, guess what? Practice what you preach. All of these books, I read a book every day. The people who make the most money read books every day. They reading something. So the bottom line is, encourage your children to get out there and read and learn how to fight that war in the mind. Learn how to fight the war in your mind. Hey, I've been around I've been around the world, been a lot of places. I never met a dollar I ain't like. You understand what I'm saying? But here's the thing. We living in a time right now that you're going to have to read something. You're going to have to understand something in order to get something. So learn how to fight that deal in your mind. Fight the battle in your mind first, and you're going to be good to go. And I'll be coming to you tomorrow about the same time, between 6:30 and 6:45 after I finish walking my dog. I'm going to get out here and fight this battle with my body because guess what? I'm trying to stay in shape. Been retired for like 5 years. And here's another thing. If you retired and you've been hanging out in the military for a couple of years, guess what? It was not even a question whether or not you were going out there and doing some exercise. Do some exercise so you can stay around longer for the people who love you. Do some exercise so that you can stay around for the people who love you. If people love you, if people counting on your paycheck, you got to be healthy because these are the years that you are the most productive. Hey, that's all I got to say this morning, brothers and sisters. Coming back the same time tomorrow morning. Love y'all. Hey, everybody have a good day. It's the beginning of the week. Go out there and do something amazing.